Yes, we are the Equator line in Kikorongo in Uganda. So on my left is the southern hemisphere and on my right is the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere is a bit cooler, quite warm and hot. But when I come, I'll be going over the other side and showing you the northern hemisphere is a bit colder. So this is, you can see it marked by S at the southern hemisphere. And then this is a place called Kikorongo Equator Line Point, and the Equator Line is over here. So you can see this Equator Monument, but when I zoom through, you're able to see the yellow line and continues. That's the Equator Line. Now moving on to the northern hemisphere, and here is quite cooler and chilled out, and it's really cold, and you can really feel the difference in the weather between the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere. It's a beautiful place to be, and if you're around in Uganda, come and visit. This is in Queen Elizabeth National Park in Uganda. I'm going to quickly check and show you around. They're very nice vegetation, land of natural beauty, lakes, rivers, and very beautiful place to be. Lots of tourists here, stopping over to take some photographs. You don't have to pay anything. All you need to do is come over, stop, take some photographs, get some experimentation done for you if you wish, and then continue with your journey. Okay, so I'm in the southern hemisphere now. Just crossed from the other side, which is the northern hemisphere, and I'll be showing you standing between the Equator Line, and you'll be able to again have a chance to see that. So this is Queen Elizabeth National Park in Uganda, and we are at Kikorongo Equator Line Point. As we say, there's lots of tourists here who are stopping over to experience the equator in Uganda. You can see some of them here chilling out and having their best life, possibly the first time in this great country, and it did. So this is the Equator Line I was talking about, and this line continues over to this point. So I'm walking the Equator Line. On my left is the northern hemisphere, on my right is the southern hemisphere, and here again there are people who are trying to make some experiments about the water and how I explain to people how all this happens, or some of the mysteries or interesting things that happen around the equator. Thank you for watching. It's been Patrick here showing you the Equator Line. So I'm walking now in the Equator Line. It's very hot, very hot, and the weather, my phone, I'm using iPhone, and I've had to do many switch offs to be able to do this because as you know, the phones heat up, and that makes it hard to capture a great video for you. Otherwise, Equator Line in Kikorongo in Uganda.